Hello everyone, welcome to the class of FYBCom Semester 1. Here we are discussing your optional subject Marketing and Salesmanship. In this lecture, we are going to see what is meant by market. We will be talking about definition of market, and then further we will see how market is classified into various ways. So let's begin with the term market. As you know, the word market has been derived from the Latin word marketus, which means trade or place of trade. So here we can say the word market means a place where trade take place. Trade means, or we can say trade involve two things: buying and selling. We can consider few examples of market. As we say, particular market is a cloth market or fish market or grain market, etc. The term market has traditionally been used to describe a place where buyers and sellers gather to exchange goods and services. So, from the first line, we can say that market is a place where buyer, that is someone who wants to buy something, and seller is the one who has something to offer for sale. These two people, they come together or they gather at this place, and then they exchange the goods and services that they have, so that place can be referred as market. Let's see the definition for the term market. According to Philip Kotler, a market consists of all the potential customers sharing a particular need or wants, who might be willing and able to engage in exchange to satisfy that need or want. So, in this definition, Mr. Philip Kotler is focusing on the need or want of the people. So, he says market includes all the potential customers, the customers who have particular need or who have particular want, and they are willing to engage with someone who can fulfill that want. So in this way we can conclude that market is nothing but a place where exchange take place, or it is a place where trade happens, that is one person sells and another person buys some goods or services. Now we will see classification of market. So here we will see how market is classified according to various factors. So number first, or we can say first, A is classification according to position of sellers. So here market is divided into three stages as per the seller who is present in that market. So first is primary market. Now primary market is the market where agriculture or industrial goods are sold by the producer to some middlemen like wholesaler. So here it is the first stage in which the producer sells to the wholesaler. That is why it is the primary market. Second is secondary market. So it is the market where middlemen like wholesaler sell the goods to another group of middlemen called the retailer. So in the second stage, that is in the secondary market, the wholesaler sells goods to the next member in the channel, that is retailer. And number 3 is terminal market. Ultimately the goods are sold in the terminal market to the actual consumers. So we can say that as a consumer, when we buy something, we are in the terminal market or the last market. B is classification according to volume of business transacted. So here market is categorized on the basis of how much business or how much transactions take place in that market. So first is retail market. In retail market, goods are sold in small quantities directly to the users or consumers in consumer market. The consumer gets the goods for consumption and not for profit making. So this is the first market, that is retail market. And as you know, in the retail market, retailer sells in the small quantities to the consumers, and consumer buy those goods for consumption and not for profit making. Number 2 is wholesale market. Wholesale market, in the wholesale market, the goods are supplied in large quantities to the dealers. Many times we refer to some market or some shop as a wholesale market. So in wholesale market, what happens? We can purchase in large quantity and we might have to pay less price than the retail market. And number 3 is industrial market. Industrial markets is the market where goods are bought in bulk quantity, either for consuming or for reproducing process. So this is the two classifications. First is according to position of seller, and second one is according to volume of business transacted. Next is classification according to geographical area. So here very simply, market is classified based on its geographical location. So first is local market. A local market has a very limited area and generally for perishable daily necessary goods like fruits, vegetables, etc. Then number 2 is regional market. A regional market covers a particular region of a country. Such regional classification is found in a large country. India, for example, is divided into 4 regions: East, West, North, and South. So the market which covers any particular region will be considered as regional market. Number 3 is national market. For certain type of commodities, a country may be regarded as a market through the fast development of industrialization. It is called a national market. At the present stage in India, the goods of one corner can reach another corner because of the efficient system of communication and transportation facilities. In present decade, almost all the products have national markets as the markets have widened to a great extent. So national market is nothing but a market which covers the whole nation. Number 4 is international market. World or international market comes up when buyers and sellers of goods evolve on the world level, that is, involvement of buyers and seller beyond the boundaries of a nation. So this is where import and export comes in place, that is, a buyer from one country places order with the seller of another country. So that is international market. Next classification is according to nature of competition. So first is perfect market. A market is perfect when some conditions are satisfied. So let's see when we can refer some market as perfect market. So for market to be perfect, first is there are large number of sellers and buyers. Second, the products of the sellers are identical, that is, they are same, they are not different. 3. Each seller has equal access to the factors of production. And last, each buyer and each seller has perfect knowledge about the market. Then this market will be called as perfect market. Second is imperfect market. Now, imperfect market is when one or more of the above condition that I mentioned is absent. Market can be further classified according to degree of imperfection. The worst situation is when there is a monopoly, that is only one seller. So here again we have considered two more criterias based on which market can be classified. First is geographical area, and then second was nature of competition. We will further see another criteria, that is classification according to regulation. Now first is regulated market. So here regulated means a market that is a place where some oversight by appropriate government authority is there. That is, there are some rules and regulation, and those rules and regulations are followed by the people who are part of that market. For example, stock market. Second, unregulated market. There is an absolutely free market. There is no oversight or there are no regulation. The market forces decides everything. And then last is classification according to time. So first is short period. This is a market for goods with a limited stock. The supply can be adjusted with the demand to some extent but not fully. Then second is very short period. This is a market for perishable goods, and the goods have to be sold out of the sellers in a short time. The supply cannot be adjusted with the demand. Third is long period. In such market, the supply can be adjusted with the demand by changing the scale of production. And last is very long period market. In such market, the length of the period is so long that very big changes take place to affect the supply and demand. For example, change in technique of production or change in population. So here again we considered two more criteria, that is classification according to regulation and then classification of market according to time. So I hope you must have understood here what is meant by market and how market is classified into various areas. Thank you.